In today's video, we're going to check out this. It's the Cat Loco VR. It's going to enable me to walk in virtual reality. Well, walk on the spot anyway. Okay, so you join me for the video that I've been really excited about for a while now. So, as you would have seen from the channel, I like virtual reality. When I get time to play on my HTC Vive or my Oculus Quest, I like to do that. And a thing that I wanted to buy a while ago is basically, it's like a treadmill for VR. It's an enclosed kind of big circle where you put these little special slidey shoes on, and it enables you to kind of run like you're on a treadmill, a little bit like in the movie Ready Player One. But those things are many, many £1,000s. And one of the companies that make one of those is a company called Cat VR, and they've released this, the Cat Loco. I backed it on Kickstarter and it's arrived today, so let's unbox it. I have literally just cut open the box. I've not looked inside, so let's see what's inside, how things will work and set up, and then we will try a bit of VR and see if it's any good. And you get to watch me looking like an idiot whilst in VR. So this is the box that's arrived. So it's come from China. And let's see what we have. Some bubble wrap, a little jiffy bag. In here, we've got some Velcro straps by the look of it. I can open the bag. It's quite cold here in the cave because I haven't been in here for a few days. Okay, some Velcro straps. Put those just there. Oh, I forgot about this. So this is basically a big circular play space that you can use, that was like a bonus pack in the Kickstarter campaign, so you've reached a certain amount of backers. So that's good. And then this is it itself, the Cat Loco VR motion controllers. So let's just pop this out of the way and have a look inside. So basically what we get is we get 3 motion controllers. One we put around our waist and the other 2 we clip to our ankles, and that is going to be able to communicate with the PC and hopefully try and track our motion. So let's see if we can get inside the box. Should have brought a knife with me. We're in. Okay. Quite nice packing. So inside we've got 2 ankle sensors, 1 waist sensor and a receiver. So it includes a multifunctional USB wire and other accessories inside there as well. And yeah, let's pop it open then. So, okay, just trying to make sure I don't damage the box. It's quite nice to keep this all intact. Okay, so trying to work out how they've opens on this side. Okay, awesome. Okay, here we go. So Cat Loco, the new standard VR locomotion. Thank you for purchasing our product. That's on quite a nice cardstock there. So again, if you want to find out more about this, check out catvr.com. There'll be some links down in the description. A couple more Velcro straps, a slightly different size. Okay, and then in here are the motion controllers. Let's pop those out. Okay, so these are the ankle sensors. Well, that's a waist sensor. These 2 are the ankle sensors, so that's pretty good. They're really nice and light. They don't really weigh too much at all. You can tell the difference between the ankle sensors and the waist sensor. So the ankle sensor has a little kind of line indent, and they don't have that on the waist sensor. Now we have a little laser cut calibration tool. That's interesting. I see a bit of laser cutting happening. Then we have some sort of USB connector here that has a multitude of connectors on the end. So it's micro or mini USB to various different connections. Well, actually no, standard USB, various different connectors on the end there. So that must be for charging each of these. Yes, so they each have USB connectors on them for charging up. And I'm really hoping that this is USB powered because I haven't got any power sockets left. Yes, it is. So there's a USB port on the back there, and this is for the controller. So all looks quite straightforward. There isn't any instruction manual or anything in here, so I'm assuming it's going to be relatively plug and play. So I'm going to go to the computer, start getting things set up, and then kind of take you through what happens, and hopefully we get to try us out. The cave is a little bit of a mess right now, so still got some boxes around for some future unboxing and some reviews to do, so please bear with me. Okay, so just finished putting together the so-called calibration tool. So this is kind of how it looks, just laser cut out of some wood. So we'll be using that shortly to get things set up. I'm just finishing putting all the clips and everything together and putting a little bit of charge into the sensors. Okay, so on the back of that little leaflet that came in the box, it does give you a link to download a PDF and has some information on kind of how to install this Cat VR gateway software. But we won't go through all that because it's pretty much straightforward. But once things are installed, you can check a few things. There's options to upgrade the firmware and what have you. But there's various information within this software that shows you configurations for the installed games it's detected, along with different recommended games that there are kind of hopefully going to be Cat VR configurations available for. So pretty much straightforward. I have it set up in this in-stream turbo mode. So basically it's going to detect what games are loaded in stream. But the first thing you have to do is to configure the waist calibration sensor. So you want to make sure that's in your crotch area, and you press a little button. But first of all, it's going to ask you to kind of do some initial calibration. So you want to just move from one hand to the other. Provides a little bit of instructions on the video so you know what it is that you need to do. It only takes about a minute. And once that's done, then you're going to be asked to put it on that little calibration laser cut piece of wood or on a cardboard box. And this is to enable it to kind of find its center point. You need to do this anytime you move play space. If you play in the same area every time, you only need to do this once, and then you should be good. It took me a couple of goes to get this to work properly, just a little bit finicky. Basically, put it on the floor at the center of your play space, and then you just kind of spin it round and round with your finger, and eventually it will kind of find its kind of center calibration. Then you should be good to go. Like I said, the first time I did it, it didn't work. Second time, it worked fine. The hardest thing about this is obviously, this in my situation, the computer screen that I'm using is not easily viewable from the center of my play space. So I had to keep on kind of getting up to go and see what was happening, which probably kind of didn't make things ideal. But you can see as I'm moving around the room, that little circle is moving around, and basically when the calibration is complete, that circle should sit dead center on that dot, and that's kind of then when it's kind of found its home compass, I guess. So there it is on that little piece of laser cut wood, and basically you just clip it on there and then spin this round and round like it's on a little roundabout, and you do that until it tells you that it's finished. So for me it took about a minute or so until it had done what it needed to do. Okay, so that's the Cat Loco kind of devices set up and configured on the PC. So as you can see, when they are on, the ankle ones have these little lights on. One has an L, one has an R, so this one's for the right ankle, this one is for the left ankle. So I'm going to put those on in a moment. And this one is for the waist one. I think there was supposed to be a light, but it's not working on mine. So, but it is powered up, it is working. This one simply has a belt clip you're just going to put on the front in your groinal area, which we'll look at in a moment. And then the ankle ones go round the ankles. So let's just check that these are all the same length. Not sure why we've got different lengths. Okay, so we have a couple of different lengths here. So I will kind of work out which seems best. So we can just literally thread through, because there's also clip. So maybe you could look to clip it on your trainers, and then you're actually going to put it around your ankles like so, and then it's on. So I think if you've got small ankles, you're going to want these small ones. If like me, like large ones, you want to use these big boys. So let's get suited and booted and try a game out. Okay, so I've loaded up No Man's Sky. The reason for this is this game has a configuration with the Cat Loco, so just think it's an easier way to start. So I've turned off the teleportation options, and we'll just see what happens if we walk. Oh my god! We are walking. Yes, we are indeed walking. So I think it seems to be wherever I'm doing the torch, seems to be where we walk. So that makes sense. And my ship's over there, so it's actually not too disconcerting. It actually feels pretty good. So it says to go backwards. You just kind of put your foot back, but that doesn't seem to be working. I wonder if I just put my torch back. Okay, that's how we can move forwards and backwards in this game. I think it's probably going to take a bit of experimentation between each game you play. But this is actually working really well. It doesn't feel like you get any motion sickness. Yeah, this is pretty good. Okay. One thing's for sure, this is going to give a whole new exercise meaning to virtual reality. Now if I run quicker, yep, we move faster. Gotta work it. Oh yes. Okay. Excellent, well I think that will do for a little test. I will have a little go of a live stream now, just doing some walking in this game and a few others, and see how we go on. Okay, so that's it, that wraps up the kind of little test, well, unboxing and test of the Cat Loco VR. I'm going to try and get some more games to work with this and try out all the different kind of options, the way it should work, but I'm really impressed that it works. I mean, that's the main thing. I was in No Man's Sky and I walked and it moved forward, so I'm really impressed with it so far. Only a couple of things that I would like some clarity on. So the waist sensor does not have a light on for mine. It doesn't look like it would have a light either. I can see that there is I guess a sensor or some sort of transmitter. This is using Bluetooth 4.2 I believe, so that's how it's communicating with that base station. Also it would be handy if there's a little light on the base station as well, so you can see where things are on or operating. So it's good that the ankle ones have the lighting on, so you know that they're operating and working. But you have to go into the device manager of the Cat Gateway tool to see that things are connected and working. So not the end of the world, just be nice if a little LED identification would be working. Obviously it's too early to see how long it's going to last, what the battery time is, etc. I'll do more videos that relate kind of to this stuff as I'm doing VR content, but feel free to ask questions in the comments over time. You know, is it still working? Am I still using it? Is it, you know, how's it going? I would like to see Cat VR release configuration files with new games as they come and have a repository to be able to download those. I haven't added any new games yet, but when I tried to search and add Half-Life Alyx, there was no configuration file automatically populated to it. So I'm not sure if it's too new, but they had tweeted that it works, so who knows. But yeah, that's it. I'm really happy that one, I've got something from Kickstarter delivered and it has arrived, and two, it works. So yeah, definitely I think this is a nicer solution than the really expensive Omnitrack pads. Obviously they may work slightly better, but this to me is low cost, doesn't take up loads of space, and you can just kind of put it in the cupboard and get it out of the way when you're not using it. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see what this brings for more future in VR. And I think if you were hesitant in the first place that VR couldn't help you get fit with all this walking, now I think it's only going to improve things. So get your step on. Okay, since finishing the video, I just had a couple more checks to try and play some games that weren't in the list for the Cat Loco, such as Half-Life Alyx. I couldn't actually get it to work. It didn't detect that the game was being played in the Cat Gateway tool. So I have reached out to Cat VR, and they say they are going to be releasing more profiles today at the time of recording. It's currently the 1st of April. Hopefully it's an April Fool's joke, and that should enable kind of better kind of configuration between the Cat Loco software and the Steam tools that I'm trying to use to play these games. So I'll do an update video in the future how things are getting on and if I'm getting on well with the Loco. But that was the initial unboxing and the quick go with the Cat VR, or Cat Loco in VR. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.